How's it going, guys? It is Glake here, bringing you guys an unboxing video today, the first of which that I've done in a very long time, and for good reason. I'm honestly no good at making these. I decided I would do one for this controller real quickly, just because I did one before with my I think it was my first Scuff controller, and I think I also may have did one for the Xbox Elite controller, the first one that came out. God knows how many years ago at this point. Such a long time ago those videos were, but regardless, I feel like this is a pretty big deal. Sony released their first ever Pro controller from my knowledge today. Well, actually it was yesterday. This is the PlayStation DualSense Edge controller, wireless controller, though you can still use it wired, I believe, for the PlayStation 5, serving as a sort of alternative, I guess, even sort of budget option when compared to some of the other Pro controllers out there on the market for the PlayStation 5. I think right now there is Scuff, which is probably the most popular brand, and then I believe there are a couple of other brands out there that aren't nearly as popular in my opinion. I think Scuff is pretty much the industry standard when it comes to modded controllers, or a Pro controller sort of design. But Sony was like, hey, you know what, we're gonna make one of our own. We're gonna copy off Microsoft, make an Elite controller of our own, and this is what we got here today, the DualSense Edge. So I'm gonna be cracking this bad boy open, getting a quick feel for it, and yeah, this is what we do during unboxings, right? Yeah, I really wanted to do a better setup for this with my actual DSLR and everything, but I just don't have the time or space to set that up right now. So I'm literally just opening this up on my desk. Matter of fact, I probably should have just did this on stream. This is more of like a stream sort of thing, but how can I cut this the right way? Is this, yeah, okay. All right, so on the back here we got little image of, I guess, what you can pretty much do with this thing, which we're going to find out in a second. So as you can see, you can pop both control sticks out. Comes with a couple different tops for the sticks. You can pop the faceplate off, as well as the back paddles. Swap them with another pair of back paddles. I believe it comes with two different types. Is this actually cut? Yeah, it is. I don't want to rip the box. Never want to rip the box. And I think I just ripped the box. I gotta cut the sticker. There we go. Alright. Let's see if I can open this properly here. Oh, that is lodged in there pretty good. We might have to, there we go, help it out a little bit. This is a pretty, obviously it's not heavy, but there's definitely some weight to this box, so I'm actually kind of curious how much this thing weighs. I hear it feels almost exactly the same as the normal DualSense controller. But I guess we'll see. This is probably why. Okay, so comes in a very nice white cloth, pretty similar to, I don't think it was the Elite controller that came in something like this. I think my Scuff may have come in something similar. Can't really remember, but this is why the extra weight is there, because of this. So it comes with its own hard shell case, which is very nice, because guess what doesn't come with a case? Scuffs. They do offer them, but I think they're an extra like 25 to 30 bucks at least. So I ended up buying one for my Scuff, like standalone, off of Amazon. I don't even think it's an official like Scuff case. It's just a hard shell case that just so happens to fit Scuff controllers. So everything is inside here. There's literally nothing left inside that box, I think. So we have the controller, covered with a little bit of plastic here. And I mean, there you go. That's what it looks like. Literally almost identical to the actual PS5 controller. So on the back here, we can quickly go over all of the features of the controller. I guess we could start with the front. So as I said before, the two front sticks are removable. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how you do that without breaking it. Yeah, how do you remove them? Actually, I think you probably have to pop the faceplate off first. Oh god. Dude, I'm scared to like press down super hard because I don't want to like break anything. I should probably read the directions first. I know I saw a couple people do it, but I completely forgot how it's done. So I low-key don't want to do it just yet. I wonder, do you need anything to like actually do it, or... Huh. Actually, these buttons, I believe, are the profile buttons. These are not for popping the thing off. I'm not sure how you get the front thing off, but these buttons are for the profiles. So I think they said you could have up to 3 profiles pre-selected, and compared to, I think the Elite controller for the Xbox, you can have 2, and you toggle a switch. For this, you just press these buttons. I believe you could switch between the 2. On the back here, so we'll start with these. So we have the trigger stops. There are 3 different levels. This is probably going to be, the middle level is probably going to be the sweet spot for most people. I mean, if you want instantaneous input, you're probably going to want to go with this one. But at the same time, this one, I mean, is very prone to error, because if you accidentally bump it, it's more than likely going to register it as an input. So I think the middle is really the sweet spot, and this is about where I have it on my PlayStation 4 SCUF controller. And then, yeah, you have default for the first level here. These 2 are for the paddles, as you could see. So once again, comes with 2 different sets of paddles. So you have this one, which are very reminiscent of the Xbox Pro controller paddles. As a matter of fact, these are almost, I think these are exactly the same. You could actually probably just use, if you have a Xbox Series X controller, or I'm sorry, not Series X controller, but if you have an Xbox Pro controller, you could probably just use those. My mic wants to be all staticky right now. See, my thing is, how do you get this in here? My god. There we go. Yeah, definitely not as easy to insert as the Xbox controller, that's for sure. That's how they go in there. Yeah, I kind of like it. These, I feel like, are a little bit too sensitive. Like, I feel like I will accidentally bump them every now and then. These paddles in particular. So I probably won't use these. I really am curious to see how these other ones feel. So we're going to try these real quick. Ooh, yeah, these are weird. These are weird. These are very weird. Huh. Did I get this one in? Maybe not. Okay. Definitely better. Okay, 100%. 100% these feel better. Come on, Mike, stop screwing with me. I feel like these ones, you're probably not going to bump on accident. And I have very, like, stubby, fat fingers. So, I mean, I don't know. My fingers aren't long, so, like, I shouldn't bump into them anyway. But since they're kind of fat fingers, yeah, like, at the same time, I could bump into them. But these ones, like, these paddles, since they're very short and stubby, you kind of have to go out of your way to press them. But it's not like, it's not an inconvenience by any means. It feels really good. I'm going to keep these ones on. These are going to be the ones that I'm going to use 100%. Anyway, returning to the case here. So we got a top area for your cables. This is for the USB cable. You could probably store like another cable in here if you wanted to. I think there's probably enough space. I mean, you could put some other stuff in here possibly, but this is the USB-C cable. Just comes with one of those. Very long one too. Look how long this is. My god. It might be the same length as the one that actually comes with the PS5, but this is pretty lengthy. Either way, if you want to play wired, there you go. Would recommend. I never play any games wirelessly. Just will never do it. Unless I'm using Joy-Cons. What do we have here? Now, I'm not actually sure what this is, but it's slipping onto my hand. I think... I don't want to make any assumptions, but this might be for... It says lock, unlock. I'm wondering if this maybe is for taking off the faceplate. I'm trying to see here, because in the back here, this says release, but I don't exactly know. Yeah, I don't exactly, I'm not actually sure what this is for. I wish there was like a directions, or if there was like, yeah, because I'm not actually sure what that's for, but I think it's probably for getting the faceplate off. Though I could have sworn I saw somebody just take the thing off without any like extra accessory. I just straight up don't want to do it right now, but I would like to show how these pop out, because these do pop out. But yeah, you have to take the faceplate off first. And then both of these sort of come out, sort of like, they literally come out like a jack, come out of a jack, and you just plug them back in. So if you're worried about drift, analog drift on either of your sticks, which is something that is just super common these days. I don't know why, but it is. I mean, I never had issues like this years ago on older like I never had a drift issue on my PS3 controllers, never had a drift issue on my Xbox 360 controllers, never had a drift issue on GameCube. You know, none of that. N64, PS1, never had an issue. I don't understand why new controllers are having this issue. Regardless, if you're worried about it, normally, for the most part, it's usually caused by dust. Luckily, with this, since you have the ability to actually take these out once you get the faceplate off, you can literally clean, blow, whatever you want to do, and your controller's probably going to be good as new. Your sticks are going to be good as new. Your sticks are going to be accurate once more. Which is something that you got to keep in mind when these days when you're looking for a more premium controller, is whether or not whether it comes with like a very decently extended warranty, so in case you do get drift you could swap it out with a new controller, whether or not the sticks are replaceable on the fly. Definitely look into that, figure out your options, figure out what's available to you. Because while this controller may not be as snazzy as a Scuff, or as snazzy as some of those other premium third-party pro controllers, this definitely has the flexibility and the reversibility that those controllers do not have once you order / finish customizing them on the websites. For example, I'll give you guys a quick example before I wrap this up. So this is my PlayStation 4 Scuff, the latest one that I purchased last year, because I spilled tea all over my other one. And, I mean, it was cooked. And the reason why it's cooked is because you can't take off the sticks. So the entire thing is just, I'm pretty sure it's like the motherboard inside is fried, or the chip inside is just fried, because liquid got in it, and no matter what I did, it never recovered. But regardless, even though this has 4 back paddles, pretty much once you're done customizing this, I mean, nothing can be changed here. Luckily for this model, for the PS4 model, for the triggers, it does have an option for you to sort of adjust the trigger stops. However, for PS5 Scuffs, that option is not there. You have the option to either have trigger stops or don't, but there's only one level. It's just, I believe they call it instant triggers on the customization option on the Scuff website. So it's only one level. It's more of like a mouse click. So imagine if it was just maxed out all the time at this level, at this resistance. No other way to adjust it. Whereas there's 3 different levels for your comfort with this. So a little bit more customability. Why does it say this is on? I hope this didn't. I think this might have connected to the PS4 downstairs. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. So yeah. A lot more flexible this controller is for sure. And I do plan on doing sort of like a review for this. A review video for this. Just kind of sharing my overall thoughts after I get a little bit more time, or after I get some time to play with it. Maybe about after a week or so. So maybe sometime next week I'll do it. But one last thing I should probably touch on, that this does come with, I did say that it comes with a couple of analog sticks, I guess. Now these are very plastic. They kind of do have a cheap feel to them. I think the actual scuff sticks feel a little bit more premium. But I mean, the option is there for you to swap these out. You've got small ones. Oh, it's only 2 pairs. Yeah, so you got 2 talls and 2 smalls, I think. Yeah, so these would be the taller ones, I guess. All right, Mike. My mic is freaking out, so it's about time for me to wrap this up. I know this is sort of a scuffed unboxing, but it is what it is. I kind of wish they would have included like taller indented sticks or tops for the sticks, but I mean this will have to do. I mean, this is about the same as what I already have on my PS4 scuff, so I mean it's about exactly the same. So yeah, that is the PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge controller. This is available for $199. I know a lot of people have been saying that it's really steep, but guess how much a scuff will run you for pretty much the exact same features? A little bit over $300, or closing in on $300. So about $100 more, and that's just at default colors and everything. So yeah, definitely consider this if you're in the market for a more premium controller. You know, if you play FPSs on PlayStation 5, for sure, definitely consider this. I know, you know, I know it's not as snazzy and fancy as a scuff, but it does literally the exact same things, and more customability, for a cheaper price. So, yeah, it's worth looking into for sure. But anyway, this is my quick little unboxing for the PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge controller. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that sub button, hit a like, comment if you want to with any questions. I'll try and get back to them if you got any questions regarding this controller, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. My poetry's never failed.